Hey everyone, this is Shaggy. Welcome back to more Pokemon X. This is the team I'm going to be using for the gem. Basically everybody's could probably take on electric types. Sparkle can resist. The reason Greninja and Nightwing aren't here is because they'll probably die to a Thunderbolt or something. The only exception to this is Ziggy, who's just here just to give me stuff for pickup in case something happens. Yeah, I'm on this screen here because I'm going to teach Sparkle Bulldoze. Sparkle's the only member on the team that can actually learn it, and it works if it's supposed to stat. But you know what? It's better than nothing, I suppose. We're not going to get discharged until we have Power Gem, so. You know what, I'm not going to teach you Bulldoze, I could just use Power Jam and that's going to be fine. I was hoping one of my other team members would be able to use it, but alas, that's not happening. Arguably I probably could get rid of Thunder Punch for Bulldoze. But Thunder Punch is stab anyway, and that's about the stab move at the moment. Kai's got her usual thing on, Gaban's got his usual thing going on. Basically, nobody's really changed, so really hoping that somebody would be able to learn Bulldoze and just make this a little bit easier. When I play this normally on my Pokemon My playthrough, I used Mega Lucario. I thought I might as well use him since it's the only Mega I've got until Venusaur evolved. But it's an electric gym, and just like all other electric gyms, it's pretty gimmicky. The game for this one is a quiz, so it's actually not as bad compared to Lieutenant Surge. It's like, what did you say? Yeah, the electric types only really have one weakness, and that's ground. Like something with Levitate literally has no weakness unless it has second typing. Well, not really. I spent the last half an hour touring the city. This is Bunny, this is Clemont's little sister, who's going to and give us questions. Okie dokie then. Basically all these questions are essentially, who's that Pokemon? Just to tell you what that is. I wonder who's that Pokemon. I wonder. I wonder. Oh, it didn't say that as well. But yeah, it gives you 3 choices and you have to go to that choice on the other thing. And you actually have to battle that trainer. But obviously that was a Pikachu, which is option number 3, so you're gonna have a fight. I don't think we've actually met DDD before. Or we could have actually found him on the route leading up to Reflection Cave. I think I actually caught one off screen. It's very electric, and which means it's probably only going to take minimal damage from this Moonblast. I could try and switch out with Volt Switch, but that's kind of useless when you're the only Pokemon in the team. Good job there, Jas. So yeah, I'll remember your name eventually. Thanks to the Luck Incense, so I'm still getting double loot. No, I never actually got any of these wrong, so I don't know what happens when you get the wrong answer. You probably get kicked out of the gym. My guess, anyway. I think the second one was the same, it's basically who's that Pokemon. I think the third one tricked you a little bit. So let's see what this is. That, I believe, is a fletchling. Well, it's too thin to be a pigeon. Taylor, who cares about Taylor? So yeah, it's fletchling. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's fletchling. I mean, I did have one at one point. Oh, you have a Raichu, that's interesting. On the subject of Raichu, I like its alternate form in Sun and Moon. It's pretty interesting. Gives it psychic typing. Gives it the psychic typing as well. Which I think the electric psychic is unique as far as I'm concerned. So that doesn't actually. That's actually never been a thing prior to Generation 7. In fact, a lot of the Alolan forms are actually using unique typings, I believe. I could be horribly wrong in that aspect, but I think they are. I know Rattata and Raticate's normal Dark is unique, as is Raichu's Electric Psychic. But I suppose you could probably get the questions wrong. You have to fight the trainer anyway. Kind of reminds me of Blaine's Gym, except Blaine's Gym was more trivia based, and this is more like who's that Pokemon kind of thing. But it probably gives you an opportunity to fight all the other trainers, I suppose. But you don't really need it. Now, I believe this is the last one, and this one kind of throws you a bit. That's the water monkey. Oh no. Yeah, it's the water monkey, that's Pampa. I know the absolute last one sends out they sent out now for us. It's not going to Mega Evolve because you don't have a Mega Stone. I have the Mega Stone for Ampharos, so I actually faster than something this time, thank. If only that crit actually did something other than leave it at 1 health. And hooray, Fangirl to level 52. I guess. Actually, I'm thinking that maybe it's the grass monkey. Oh, I was right. It was the water monkey. I was thinking maybe that's like a broccoli on its head or something. Still don't know what happens when you get the question wrong. Right, yes, now this is the one that throws you, which is the last one. This one's going to show you, I believe, 3 different butterfly type Pokemon. That first one was a Butterfree, I think that one's a Vivillon. And the other one is Mothim. And it's going to tell you which one's Vivillon, which is the second one, which is actually the only one we've actually not been to, so. Really, when I did this one the first time, I kind of did its process of elimination because I recognised what the other two were. Oh my goodness, it's a Colossal. I could use Drenkish just to get some health back, but Moonblast wants to kill. Moonblast can kill. Good job there, Fang. You're the greatest. If only you were able to use Bulldoze. Be right then. Get Ben's growth levels again. And finally you've learned Iron Head. Good grief. You now have a stab out. You now have a stab move that I kind of like don't know what to get rid of now. If I feel like I could teach Aerial Ace to you in the future, so I kind of need Iron Head for the next gem. Well, not this one, but one after. Iron Head is literally going to ruin the next gem. Just to spoil things. Not this gem because I don't have anybody that's used ground moves. Come on, I know this one's right. Like I said, the first time I played that, I was literally just process elimination. But yeah, there's Clemont, and I actually want to heal, actually. Well, I want to heal Sylveon, actually, because okay, we're back. Inconveniently, when you have to come back here, you actually have to go back through all the other floors. You don't have to fight anybody. Basically, the wrong answer. Apparently, you just get the wrong answer. All you need to do is fight the right trainer again. Probably just get kicked out. I still don't know. But, yeah, here's Clemont. Your little sister's kind of annoying, isn't she? But yeah, it's about time we face Clemont. And naturally, you learn he has electrics, and he has probably one of the most annoying electrics in the world. Which might be a problem for Sylveon because I'm pretty sure this thing can outspeed me and hit me with Nuzzle or Thunder Wave. I'll do neither of those and hit me with Aerial Ace. I'd use Drainkiss just to get help off him, but I know for a fact Emolga has Static. It probably has Volt Switch as well, which I'm surprised that it's also not used that either as well. Magneton's a big problem for Fang because it's part steel and still resists Fairy. It might know something which is I don't particularly want it to have. At this point, it's time for Gapon. I'm pretty sure Gapon can potentially. Well, I think this thing doesn't know Thunder Wave. I have both Night Slash and Shadow Sneak. I'm actually faster. That's good. And those will actually get through Steel's resistance. I forget what electric terrain does. Nothing good, I'm assuming. Thunderbolt's going to pass for that. You know what, I'm going to go to +6 and then I'm going to ruin that Magneton with a Night Slash. Provided it doesn't get lucky and crit me. Don't worry, Gibbon. You're at +6 now, ruin this thing. Oh, you know, you could have Sturdy and just ruin Gibbon's die. hate how steady works in this game sometimes. Sparkle, get out here. If electric terrain does something about, well, the electric Pokemon, well, I might as well use electric Pokemon. You can Mega Evolve, and why not Thunder Punch? And I think after that I'm just going to spam Power Gem until everything's dead. Oh wait, I'm just wondering, does Smoke break in the gate steady? No, that really matters, that's resisted. And I think Steel resists Power Gem, so then we're going to have to do a bout of Confuse Ray as well, just to make sure I get extra damage off. Swagger would arguably be better, because I don't think Megaton actually has any physical attacks. And I still don't know why electric terrain does. Well, that's Magneton done, so I think the next one is one of the more unique Pokemon. When do you learn Discharge? Quite hard. This is Heliolisk, and now I'm going to keep battling here. This thing is normal and electric. I think one of its odd things is that one of its moves is Electrify, which turns the next normal type move the opponent uses into an electric type. It's not going to do that, it's just going to try and drop Thunderbolts on me like it's no business. So unfortunately it is faster than Ampharos, but quite a lot of things are quite faster than Ampharos, let's be honest. Again, I'm just going to have to spam combination of Confuse Ray and Power Jam. Can't paralyze me with Thunderbolt, which is nice. I'm just looking at what electric terrain does, and basically all it really does is negate sleep and increases power of electric type moves. So essentially, why am I thinking I should be using Thunder Punch? Power Gem's actually probably going to do a lot more damage than Thunder Punch is ever going to do, mainly because it's working off the special stat. That's that Heliolisk, it is dead, and that is all of Clemont's team dead. Yeah, he got Gear Burn, but that's because I forgot about Sturdy. And if it weren't for Sturdy, I probably would have wrecked Face. I mean, either way, I think the only thing that probably wouldn't have killed it anyway would have been Iron Head. And then I probably would have Night Slash for the ones. Regardless, there's the voltage badge. Oh, the TM for Thunderbolt, hooray! This is actually probably going to be better than what Ampharos can learn. That's definitely going in Ampharos' face for a start. It learns Discharge. I forget what level it learns Discharge. I thought it was 39. But we can now leave by way of leaving. And as soon as we get it, we have a holoclip. Hello, Professor Sycamore. You want me to go to Lysandra's cafe? I actually do know where it is. It's bright red and pretty obvious where it is. Tells you to ride a taxi if you want. You can do that. I believe riding a taxi actually gives you a style point, but considering it's right next to the Pokemon Center around here, you don't actually need to. All I need to do is to find the thing with the Pokemon Center, which is actually right here. And then from the Pokemon Center, it's actually right here, conveniently where this Team Flare member is. Also decked in bright red. One does wonder if there's a connection. But we'll see. Really? You mean the King's younger brother that went slightly mad? Tried to usurp the world? Cause bad things to happen? No, but I'm betting Lysandra does. Well, that's nice of him. Well, I suppose that makes sense. You mean like Team Flare? Alright, you mean King of Kalos? I guess. Nope. I suppose. But yeah, the Lysandra gives you a King's Rock. Basically, if you have this held onto a Pokemon, it gives a chance that any move that you happen to have actually has a percentage chance of causing a flinch. It also involves certain Pokemon when it's traded with that item held. The only other way you can get more of those is post-game at the Battle Chateau. Yeah, that's what we really needed from here. Or maybe it could be something else, I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Speaking about Pokemon, oh man, more holoclips. Like, jeez. Hello, Trevor. Yes, Route 14 is where I want to go next. I kind of said that already. So yeah, you're gonna go to the entrance to Route 14 Notice Progress, which I'm not gonna do just yet. Actually, I didn't want to go back into Lysandra's dank cafe or dankness. I just want to go back this way so I can get to the Pokemon Center. I've been thinking about one of my criteria for Pokemon I'm going to be using. One of them was a version exclusive Pokemon. Now I've actually looked at the list on the internet for version exclusive Pokemon, and I think I've already got past the arguably the best one of the lot. So which is probably what I'm going to be using now. Basically, I'm actually going to be using Houndour as my Pokemon that I'm going to be using for my unique version exclusive Pokemon. I've never really had a chance to raise one, and mainly because you can't really find one early enough in the game that it's actually appearing. I mean, heck, Generation 2 when it was introduced, it was in Kanto where you found it, and by then you already had a decent team. So yeah, you could, in most games where you can find it, you don't find it out remotely early enough in order to actually be able to use it. But in this generation, you actually do find it early enough on Pokemon X that you can actually legitimately use it. I'll probably say the same thing about Y's, the thing that you find in Y, which is, I believe it's Electric. But you can find those early in Generation 3 anyway, so there's not really that much point. But yeah, I'm using Houndour. I've actually been training him off screen, so when we eventually going to see him, we're not going to be seeing him yet. Probably going to be seeing him probably before we get to the 7th gem, actually. But I'm actually going to be training him off screen, and he's probably going to be evolving into a Houndour once off screen as well, so you're not going to actually be seeing his evolution. But I think his evolution's at 27 or something so like that. That's something for post commentary, something for me to write in post comments. But yeah, we need to go to Route 14, and let me tell you, we're going to find out what's happening on Route 14 in the next episode. So until then guys, take care, and I will see you later. Ciao!